Hi there, I'm meteorologist Robert Spett. I want to start off with this photos out of Bye-Bye Leyte. This is in southeastern areas of Visayas where significant flooding and landslides have taken place. One massive landslide here. In fact, before and after images right here. At this time, 14 deaths have been confirmed. People are still missing. Upwards of 13 to 15 homes submerged in this landslide here, just due to the persistent rainfall from Tropical Storm Agaton out here across this area of Leyte and Samar. More rain, my friends, is unfortunately in the picture. Now, at this time, this storm system more or less really just continuing. It's a trough, but it's just more or less inflow at this time. You can see convection around the center of circulation there, but just kind of a tail of Malakas, this much larger storm back towards the east that is continuing to fuel up Agaton and cause that inflow to wrap through. And that's why still through Monday night and also into Tuesday, I expect continued rainfall, but eventually Malakas will pull towards the north and allow things to start to improve across the Philippines. This storm right now, by the way, bringing heavy showers across Guam. You have that outflow aloft towards north, giving this lungs for the storm system to breathe. It is moving over sea surface temperatures, which range upwards of about 30 to 31 degrees. I mean, it's going through an area allowing for intensification. We're going to have a typhoon here pretty soon. Right now, though, winds about 120, gusting upwards about 150 kilometers per hour. Look at Megi as it gets pulled in. Megi is also the international name for Agaton, by the way. As it gets pulled in behind Malakas here, it's going to get just caught up with that inflow band, and this is what we're talking about by Wednesday, improving conditions across the Philippines, and boy, do you need it. Like I said, some areas upwards of 200 to 300 millimeters in just, of course, the last 24 to 48 hours. Here's a look at Malakas as it pulls towards the north, 155 kilometer per hour winds, eventually moving towards the Ogasawara Islands, where they're going to be seeing some typhoon strength conditions out there as well. A closer look at the Philippines. There's Malakas towards the east. Here's our storm system as we go ahead through our Tuesday evening. Just seeing that wrap up right over Cebu. More rain. Eventually, it is going to edge back towards the east. So what little breaks you have gotten in Leyte and Samar, another round of rainfall by Tuesday afternoon through the evening in the forecast. Before, as I mentioned, look at Wednesday. Drier air spilling in. Doesn't mean we're not going to see afternoon showers, because you see a few areas are popping up some rainfall here across Visayas and even further towards the north into Luzon due to that inflow coming on the northern side of it. But the bulk of the heavier stuff is going to edge towards the east. But all these areas in red indicate still an additional 50 millimeters of rainfall possible out here. I mean, just take a look at this graphic from Weather Manila. Now, this is a fantastic graphic. This is from Dr. Gary Bactasi, who runs this, and he has high-resolution guidance, and you can see still parts of Visayas. I mean, that's indicating upwards of 100 millimeters here on Monday, over towards Tuesday, a few locations across Leyte and Samar, and as we edge over towards Wednesday, vastly improving conditions across Visayas. But look how the rain bands kind of shift further towards the north, parts of Cavite, even central Luzon. I still see some rainfall, but the bulk of that staying just towards the south of Manila. I do also want to mention, just really quick, the rainfall warnings out here, because you always got to remember what they mean. If you're not under a signal force warning, yellow, orange, red, orange 15 to 30 millimeters, possible in 1 to 2 hours, 30 millimeters or more if you're issued a red level warning. I just visited Bagasa a few days ago, seen how they do this. And yeah, they got people on top of this issuing these rainfall warnings. So I think it's very important, to be honest with you, to just keep a close eye on these warnings, not just the signal force warnings, to help you keep aware out here, because flooding definitely the big issue with this storm system. All right, let's do our flyover here on our Tuesday, where we have that precipitation across Davao, Cagayan de Oro. Still looking at rainfall. I know the river there has been flooded. Cebu as well on Tuesday and over towards Tacloban, of course. Here's the other thing I do want to note. Look at your temperatures, 27 degrees. I mean, you're in the summer season, right? You're supposed to be feeling like you're about 40 about this time of year, but 26 only in Bacolod. I mean, oh my goodness. Then we look back towards the north. Martinique, you got temperatures into the 20s. Same with Manila. All these hot spots. Look at Baguio. Oh my goodness, 24 only for the high. Yeah, that's pretty uncommon for the month of April here in the Philippines, even on the higher elevations and that mountain town there as well. So kind of interesting there with that continued rainfall and the continued cloud cover. All right, bigger picture. Here's that inflow as we go ahead through Tuesday and into Wednesday. Then Malakas pulls towards the north. Got that rain-in band coming in across Guam, the Ogasawara Islands. Even the Izu Islands might get in on this just off the coastline of Honshu, but it looks like Honshu is going to miss out on the worst of it. Big issue for you is going to be the waves, and my goodness, it's going to be a big chop out there. Swells all along the eastern seaboard of the Philippines, Taiwan, Okinawa. Look at that, 2 to 3 meters, but we can see 3 to 6, even upwards of 10-meter high waves for parts of the Izu Islands as this storm system kicks towards the north. So surfers, be ready for some dangerous rip currents, but if you are a good surfer, you're probably happy about this. Metro Manila, cloudy skies Tuesday and the Wednesday, but you're not going to be seeing the rain nearly as bad as our friends further towards the south across Visayas. In fact, take a closer look at Cebu, and here you go, 27 rain on Tuesday, a little break by Wednesday into Thursday, another round of just some afternoon showers to wrap up the week, heading into the weekend. A big look at your main points for today. More rain at Visayas. Malakas still strengthening. Going to be getting a typhoon out here. Expect large swells with that storm system. And yeah, it's just more rain. That's the big thing. All right, if you like these updates, as I always say, all these graphics here, they're not free. We do have to pay for them. We pay for them via your Patreon membership. That just goes back into it. Less I have to put out of pocket because I do not make money at all on these videos, but I know it helps you guys out, and your support, you know, just helps going. A big thing for me is just making sure we can help as many people as possible. So tropical depression, typhoon, or super typhoon, $2, $6, or $10 a month if you want to. And also a huge thanks for everybody that does donate. I try to give you guys a shout out here as well. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day, especially for those of you who are impacted by these floods. I hope it gets better for you. As always, though, big thing is stay safe out there.